Kristen, thank you. First alert to turn your key and be idle free. That's a message from health officials. Aisha's at the First Alert Safety Desk. Good morning.
Good morning, Tammy.
So Brown County Public Health has a reminder for parents when they're picking up their kids after school.
That's right. It's all about turning off your engine in that pickup line to keep everyone safe after school. Brown County Public Health just posting that reminder, saying vehicle exhaust from an idle engine contains tiny particles that can be hard on developing lungs of young kids. It also impacts older people or anyone with respiratory diseases like asthma. Brown County Public Health just posting this, and you've got some of the tips right there that you're looking at. The Environmental Protection Agency has an entire campaign designed to educate all of us about this. It's also a message to schools and bus drivers. The EPA says monitoring at schools has shown elevated levels of air toxins during the afternoon hour, coinciding with parents picking up their kids. It also says idle engines produce thousands of tons of toxins of that toxic pollution per year. Limiting idling, the experts say, can dramatically reduce those pollutants and your child's exposure to them, especially if they have those respiratory issues. The EPA says your child breathes at a faster rate, and they usually are not as tall, of course, and maybe outside playing near areas that contain diesel fuel exhaust. The EPA has an idle-free schools toolkit that you can use. It's designed to help schools reduce idling. It also has materials for kids, teachers, bus drivers, and parents. Tammy.